Peace and blessings. I'm Minister Mustafa Abdullah, the chairman of God, Truth, and Love Party. Today's issue is the economy. In truth, one person unable to find employment is one too many. One person struggling to survive because of low wages or lack of other income is one too many. One person doing without adequate food, shelter, clothing, or health care due to a lack of funds is one too many. Through love, we must strive to balance the inequities in our society so that all people become truly equal in sharing the wealth of this great nation. Initiatives. According to U.S. Census Bureau's poverty in the United States, 2002, 12.1% or 34.6 million Americans live below the poverty line. That number was up from 2001 and rose to 12.7% or 37 million Americans living in poverty in 2004. In 2002, 9 million Americans who worked lived in poverty. The Office of Social Justice indicates that in 2002, 12.1 million children, 16.7% of all American children, lived in poverty. Almost 80% of those children lived in households where one or more family members worked. The Office of Social Justice also tells us that according to the 2002 census, 20% of all children in the United States are poor during the first 3 years of life, and one child is born without health insurance every minute. Of children without health insurance, 90% live in working families. Only 40% of Americans poor live in urban areas. Over 36% of those living in poverty live in the suburbs, with the remainder living in rural areas. African Americans and Hispanics suffer disproportionately from poverty, as do women, especially single mothers with young children. The United States is the wealthiest nation on earth, the richest nation in history. Our wealth is not evenly distributed. Testifying at a Joint Economic Committee hearing in June of 2005, Alan Greenspan noted that non-supervisory workers, approximately 80% of the workforce, have achieved little or no income growth, while the top 20% has. Congressional Budget Office data for 2002 shows that the top 1% of Americans captured 11.4% of after-tax income. In 1979, the top 1% received only 7.5% of national after-tax income. When combined with the growing poverty in the United States, the growing income gap is unacceptable. Many working Americans cannot afford the very basics of life and are forced to go without food, medical care, and even shelter, while other Americans live in opulence. Poor children suffer greater developmental problems because of poor nutrition. The God, Truth, and Love Party will ensure that all Americans have access to food, shelter, and medical care. In a nation as wealthy as the United States, there is no excuse not to provide the very minimum requirements of life for all citizens. Since the inequities of our economy point to the shortcomings of capitalism, the God, Truth, and Love Party will work towards the elimination of capitalism and seek to create a new system that allows individuals to pursue their dreams and aspirations without being faced with the barriers created by inequitable wealth distribution. This new system will put the American dream back within the grasp of all Americans by providing a safety net that will encourage individuals to extend their reach and aspire to a better life. An economy is not the measure of monetary wealth that we are told it is. An economy is a measurement of well-being and quality of life of all the citizens in that economy. By adjusting our economy to reflect the needs of our citizens instead of allowing material wealth to determine success, the God, Truth, and Love Party will ensure that all Americans are truly equal. God bless.